Amid the global spotlight on the case, the judge's decision in a trial involving BTS member Jungkook has sparked public outrage and deep disappointment from his family. The decisions taken are considered biased, raising a big question. Is the legal system really on the side of justice? There was a tense atmosphere in the courtroom when the results were announced. No one expected, including his family, that this decision would be such a bitter pill to take. Outside the courthouse, the atmosphere was getting hotter with thousands of fans and media present. However, the main attention is drawn to one figure, the mother Jungkook. With tears that did not stop flowing, the mother expressed her disappointment at the decision that she thought was unfair. "My son doesn't deserve to be treated like this," she said, choking occasionally from mounting emotion. This hearing heated up as the reconstruction of the incident in question was practiced directly in the courtroom. The reconstruction, which was supposed to give a clear picture of what really happened, opened up new wounds for Jungkook's family. The mother, who was initially seen trying to be tough, could not hold back her tears anymore when the crucial moments were demonstrated. "It's not like it actually happened. Why is my child to blame?" he shouted in a trembling voice. Angry mob ruled the courtroom. On the other hand, Jungkook's father could only remain silent while clenching his fists, holding back the anger that was clearly visible on his face. "We believe in the law, but today we feel betrayed," he told reporters after the hearing. The case stems from an alleged breach of military duty involving Jungkook. As a celebrity who is undergoing military service, every movement is always in the spotlight. However, the incident that happened some time ago brought Jungkook's name into the vortex of legal problems. According to reports, the judge's decision was based on evidence that was judged strong. However, Jungkook's team of lawyers claimed that there was manipulation of evidence to the detriment of their client. "It's not fair. We have other evidence proving Jungkook's innocence, but the judge refuses to consider it," Jungkook's lawyer said in a frustrated tone. The peak of emotion in this hearing occurred when the reconstruction video was played. The video features scenes that are thought to corroborate the allegations against Jungkook. The mother, who watched every second of the video, suddenly burst into hysterical tears. The mother's tearful voice echoed through the courtroom, illustrating how deeply hurt Jungkook's family felt. Many in the courtroom could not hold back their tears. Some fans present outside the courthouse also began chanting their support for Jungkook, accusing the legal system of having failed to deliver justice. At the end of the trial, the judge found Jungkook guilty of the charges against him, with the sentence judged too severe by his family and team of lawyers. The mother looked almost fainted when the decision was announced. He was immediately escorted out of the courtroom by his family. "We will not be silent. We will fight this decision to the highest degree," Jungkook's father said in a determined tone. However, not a few also question, why is this case so big and public attention? Is Jungkook a victim because of his status as a global star? These questions keep rolling in, adding heat to an already heated situation. After the emotional hearing, Jungkook's family said they would appeal the judge's decision. "We will not give up. It's not just about Jungkook, but about justice for everyone," the family's lawyer said. However, the path to justice does not seem to be easy. Meanwhile, Jungkook himself has not given an official statement regarding this decision. As a public figure, he was in a difficult position. Will he speak up and defend himself, or will he remain silent out of respect for the legal process? This case is not only a concern in South Korea, but also attracts international attention. Many legal observers and international media voiced their opinions, calling the case a major test for South Korea's legal system. However, what is most heartbreaking is the suffering that Jungkook's family feels. The mother, who was previously rarely seen in public, is now a symbol of disappointment and the fight against injustice. Until now, this case is still a hot discussion. Many hoped that the appeal filed by Jungkook's family would lead to a fairer outcome. However, one thing is certain. This journey will be a difficult chapter for Jungkook's family and all those who support him. In the midst of all this controversy, one big question remains hanging in the air. Will justice really be realized? Or will this just be one more case where power and fame play a greater role than truth? That day, the courtroom became not only a place for the reading of the verdict, but also an arena for fighting emotions, arguments, and frustrations. Jungkook's family urged the judge to consider the new evidence. "We are not asking for special treatment. We only ask for real justice," the family's lawyer said, his voice shaking with anger mixed with disappointment. However, the judge remained adamant in his decision. Many considered this attitude too harsh and tend to be inhumane, especially considering Jungkook's track record as an individual who has never been involved in big problems. Outside the courtroom, fans continued to shout, demanding that the trial be repeated and new evidence considered. Many speculated that the case was magnified because Jungkook was an international superstar. As one of the members of BTS, a music group that has a huge influence globally, anything done by him will always be big news. Some observers think that this case may be a tool to set an example that even celebrities are not immune from the law. However, on the other hand, there are those who see this as a form of trap deliberately created to bring down Jungkook's reputation. Had this happened to ordinary people, would the law have been this strict? Or is this all done just because of the big name Jungkook has? Wrote a legal observer on social media, which then got thousands of approving comments from fans and the public. These questions keep scrolling without an answer. In fact, some international media outlets began to criticize the way the case was handled, calling it evidence of an imbalance in the legal system. Despite the increasingly difficult situation, support for Jungkook never subsided. Thousands of fans from around the world held solidarity actions in various major cities, ranging from Seoul, Tokyo, to New York. They carried banners reading "Justice for Jungkook" and sang BTS songs as a form of moral support. One of the fans, a 19-year-old woman who came to the front of the courthouse in Seoul, said she cried all night after hearing the judge's decision. "We love Jungkook because he has given us so much happiness. Seeing him treated like this is very painful," he said with puffy eyes. Not only family and fans, other BTS members are also rumored to feel a huge emotional impact from this case. Although there has been no official statement from the agency or other BTS members, some of them were seen posting cryptic messages on social media that seem to show support for Jungkook. Sometimes, the truth takes time to unfold, but we have to keep believing. One BTS member wrote on his social media account, which immediately sparked speculation that it was a message for Jungkook. In the midst of the storm that continues to hit, Jungkook still chooses silence. However, sources close to his family say he is devastated by this decision. He doesn't want to burden his family any further, but it's clear that this is the toughest time of his life, said a close friend of Jungkook's who declined to be named. According to the source, Jungkook also felt guilty because his family had to bear such a huge emotional burden. The mother, especially, is said to have been devastated and until now has not been able to accept the fact that her son is being treated like this. After the verdict, thousands of people gathered on the streets of Seoul in protest against what they called the law's unfairness.